you're a newbie, I am so excited to share with you guys my ancestry results. I have been wanting to know this about myself for so long, and I always get questions about what my ethnicity is, if I'm Asian, if I'm Dominican or Puerto Rican or whatever. So I finally get to share with you guys what I really am. So I'm going to talk y'all through this whole ancestry process. It has been amazing, and I'm so glad I finally got it over with, because I had the kit sitting in my drawer for several months now, and I'm glad that I finally did it. So for one thing that I want to point out is the results came back so fast. It came back within, I would say, a max a month, but I'm pretty sure it was 3 weeks. Sent the package in one day, and then within a few weeks, my results were in. One thing that I really liked about it was once you download the app and everything, once they receive the package, you get a notification. There's a whole list of things that you'll get. So first it'll say, we received your DNA sample. Then it'll say, DNA sample is being processed. DNA sample is in the lab. DNA sample is almost ready. So that, of course, that kind of gets you pumped up and excited. And for one, I was so happy that I actually did the DNA sample correctly, because that's part of the reason why I procrastinated for so long, is because I was scared how to do it, which actually ended up being super simple. So I kind of regret waiting that long, but whatever. So that happened, and then it came up so quick, and now we get to see what those DNA results are. Okay, so here we go. I'm gonna open up the app, Ancestry Dna, DNA story. Here we go. Okay. It says 19% European, 18% Nigerian, 15% Cameroon, Congo, and Western Bantu people, 14% Scottish, 12% Mali, 6% Sweden and Denmark, 6% Irish, 3% Senegal, 3% Norway, 2% Benin and Togo, 1% Ivory Coast and Ghana, and 1% Wales. Those are my DNA results, you guys. So, one thing that I also liked, I liked several things, but this is another thing that I liked, is if you don't know what these places are, you're like, what? Like where? Like Mali, for example. I was like, where the heck is Mali? What is that? So you get to click on it, and it shows you exactly where that's at, which that's in Africa. And it'll tell you a whole bunch of information about it. And this is all, they were able to track all of this where I'm from just from my spit. You guys, just from my spit, they were able to see a whole percentage of what I'm made up of, ethnicity-wise. So that's awesome. And part of what inspired me to really know what it is, like, yes, I would get questions from people, and I would just say, I'm a quarter white and 75% black. Like, that's what I would always say, because my mom's half black and half white, and my dad's black. So obviously that would mean that I'm 75% black and 25% white. But what is interesting is once my dad did his ancestry results, he was 75% black and 25% white. So I was like, hold up, wait a minute, now I'm confused, because that's supposed to be what I am. And mind you, my dad's like chocolate complexion, okay? I'm talking like Morris chestnut chocolate. So I'm like, you look like that and you're a quarter white, then I'm very confused. Then what am I supposed to be? So that's what I was like, I need to get the DNA results. Like, I want to know, who am I? Where am I coming from? Why do I look this way? Why do my eyes look like this? Why is my hair like this? Why am I pale? Like, I just want to know. So it turns out I am 51% black and 49% white, which would make so much sense to why people are always questioning what I am. And there's more white in me than I thought, and less black than me than I thought. So there's that. And what I also found was super cool is it shows here, hold on, let me figure out how to get to it. So, ethnicity, inheritance. This was super cool, you guys. I didn't even know that this came with this, okay? It shows view breakdown. This is crazy. So, from my DNA spit, you get to see what percentages exactly of what ethnicity I got from my parents. Mind you, all these percentages is completely at random. It's not gonna be a full 50-50. So yes, obviously I have 50% for my dad and 50% for my mom, but all the ethnicities I got for them are at random. And sometimes I don't even get all of what they have. It's just a random like Russian roulette pick. So it shows here, maternal, which is my mom. I got 14% of my European from her and 5% from my dad. So obviously that 14 plus 5 equals the 19% of European I have in me. Then it shows 5% Nigerian, I got that from my mom. 13% of that I got from my dad. So that equals 18% of my Nigerian. And then even for something like here, Norway, I got 3% of that for my mom, and it shows I didn't get any Norwegian for my dad at all. So I just have 3% Norway in me. And it shows my mom, it doesn't necessarily mean that my mom doesn't have any Ghanaian in her or whatever, but I didn't get any of that percentage from her. I strictly got that from my dad, which is the 1%. So it says, inheritance is random. Ethnicities may be passed down unevenly or not at all. So my dad could have Asian in him, I don't know, but I didn't get it. Or here it says their halves ear hole. This information comes from your results, not from testing your parents. You inherited half of their DNA. So that does not mean that my mom only has 10% Scottish, which is what it shows. I got 10% from her. That just means I only got 10% from her. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. I hope I'm not sounding crazy here. But I mean, it kind of does sound crazy because it's like, wow, like, how can science do this? This is amazing. My mom's side has always lived, my mom's dad's side is from West Virginia. They've always lived in West Virginia. They're still in West Virginia, hint in West Virginia, okay? DNA does not know this. I did not tell them this, but it shows right here, communities from your regions, England and Northwestern Europe, Scotland. I have Southwestern West Virginia settlers. They can tell this from my spit, which is clearly true because that's where my mom's dad's side lives. It has here also, Louisiana. My dad's family is from Louisiana. I have ancestors there, or that were there. Obviously they're not still there, but I actually do still have some family in Louisiana actually, but my ancestors lived there, okay? South Carolina. My mom's side all came from South Carolina. My DNA says this, you guys. This is amazing. And it shows here all people that you match with. That's also done Ancestry, but is your family. So it'll show here, like, for example, my aunt popped up. I didn't even know that she did Ancestry, but it shows her on here as close family. So I click on it, and it says we have 24% shared DNA. And what I like about this is it'll have tree, shared matches, and ethnicity. It'll show all of her ethnicities that she has and compared to mine. So it'll show she has 28% European, I have 19. Also, my dad popped up on here. So we have his ethnicities right here. It shows I'm 19%, he's 3% European. We even have Norway. It'll even show what they don't have, but you have. So I have 3% Norway, he has 0%. I have 3% Senegal, he has 4% Senegal. And you can just see that on the line, and so on and so forth. So if I scroll to see all my cousins, I have still, to this day, I have not gotten to the very end because my matches go on for days and days and days, just a whole mix of all kinds of different people. And there's even someone on here, I was like, who is, let's just say, I'm gonna just say Jane Doe, because I'm a true crime buff. That's not really the person's name, but I don't wanna say the person's name because that's their privacy. Who's Jane Doe? Like, who is that? My mom's like, oh, that's your Aunt Jenny. Mind you, on here, it doesn't say Jenny at all. And I'm like, wait, Aunt Jenny's name is Jane Doe? Like, what? She's like, yeah. I was like, oh my God. Well, she popped up on here as my first cousin. We have 15% shared DNA, and she's my great aunt. I'm like, wow. So it even shows here all of her ethnicities and what we have in common and what we don't have in common. She has 3% French. There is German in there. But, so my mom's dad's side would always say that they have German in them, right? And I'm just like, okay, well, let's see if I have German. She has German in her, she has 9%. But that doesn't mean that that would necessarily get passed down to me, since like what I said before, that everything is at random. Some things I can get from my mom, and there could be also other things she has in her that I didn't get. Doesn't mean she doesn't have it. So that is my journey. I know that was a lot, but I'm sure there's still things on this app that I don't even know are there that are freaking awesome. So I hope this inspires you guys to do Ancestry. I'm telling you, the whole sample spit in the tube thing, it really isn't that complicated. You could get this done for like under 200 bucks just to find out all of this information. It's so worth it. So I hope this inspires you guys to do Ancestry DNA or the other ways to test your DNA out there. It's amazing just to figure out what science can do and where you come from. So I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Make sure that you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Turn on that notification bell so you can get all the notifications of all my videos coming out, because I have so much to share with you guys. I literally have a whole list in my phone of all the videos I want to do for you all. So make sure to stay tuned and be looking out for more videos.